Alright guys, today's the day we got a new trailer. Come check it out. Pretty big upgrade from the last one. The big beast. So this thing is a load trail. 2016. Only been used twice. It's got the custom guards on it around the whole thing. This is cedar. The guy custom built those. They're actually pretty nice, especially what I use it for, hauling dirt bikes, ATVs and stuff. But yeah, I paid $3,600 for this thing. New ones are going for like almost close to $6,000. So I mean, it looks brand new. There's not a spot of rust on this thing. All powder coated, really nice. Tires are like brand new on it. Stored indoors. It's got dual brakes in the back, so each axle has a set of brakes. It's got ramps right here. It is 14 feet with the 2-inch drop down right there, so in total 16 feet. The one I had before was 8 feet. Let's see here, what do we got? So max capacity 7,000 pounds. Each axle is 3,500 pounds. So really nice. But yeah, look at that nice spot of rust anywhere on this thing. Really nice. Every other trailer I was looking at, they wanted $3,500 for it and it was rusted out. So this was a great deal. Plus it was like 35 minutes from my house. So we still have to hook up the braking system for my truck. My truck didn't have it installed already, so tomorrow morning we're going and getting that set up. The guy said it was $175, but I guess it's just like a lever that sits up here to control the brakes for the trailer, and comes back here. They said they could hook it up for this type of truck, so we should be good there. But if you're hauling big stuff, you want those brakes. And I think legally over 5,000 pounds, if you're hauling over 5,000 pounds, I think you need the brakes set up. So we'll definitely be setting those up, getting that right. Like I said before, this came with a clean title, so everything is good to go there. All the lights work, everything works on it. Take a look underneath. No rust at all. Really nice. So we're gonna start working on cars and UTVs. I'll probably pick up a skid loader, do the track once the farmer takes out the soybeans. So this trailer will be sufficient for hauling all those machines. So that's kind of why I purchased it. Thought it was a pretty good investment. Plus my other trailer was getting pretty crappy. So I bought that thing for $400, maybe 3 or 4 years ago now. But yeah, that was a good investment. I've hauled a lot of 4-wheelers with that thing, and it did just fine. I even hauled the what was that? The Kawasaki Mule in that thing, and the fenders were hitting the tires, so we were tapping that thing out pretty good. But it's lasted. Never had a single issue with that trailer. So we're just gonna keep that one for a backup. But this is the new big boy. Vinny, what do you think of it? You like it? He's exploring. I think he likes it. I like it a lot. I think it was a good purchase. So we've got to go to the storage unit in Oshkosh, pick up all the bikes and ATVs in that storage unit, haul them back to Wautoma, and try to find a storage unit here to drop everything off at. Then I have to take a trip to my parents' house, pick up a couple bikes there. So now we can do it in one big haul instead of taking multiple trips, which in turn saves me money. So I think just right there, it's a good investment. Instead of taking multiple trips, spending hours and hours trying to haul all these bikes. So now we can take one big trip, get everything done. Vinny, what are you doing? I could hear him digging something up. Vinny. But yeah, I'm excited for it. We can now expand what we buy and start digging into some bigger stuff, so stay tuned. I think this is going to be awesome for the channel. All right, it's the next morning. We're heading to Blue Knight Truck and Trailer This place is going to install the brake control in the truck so that we can pull some heavier stuff. We don't have to worry about getting pulled over and getting a ticket for not having a brake control in the truck. So they were able to get me in the next day, which is insane. So shout out to Blue Knight Truck and Trailer. Thanks for being flexible. That was awesome. He says it's going to be a 30-minute job, and he says it's going to be around 175 bucks. All right, we're about 15 minutes away here. Taking a nice drive to Alpaca. So hopefully this doesn't take too long. I looked up how to do it. It's pretty self-explanatory. Basically, you just have a wiring harness, and you go back to the controller, back by the trailer, and then you mount a controller up front, and basically it signals the trailer for the brakes to come on. So pretty simple. Shouldn't take more than 30 minutes, I wouldn't think, unless he has a problem with like trying to find the wires or rust or something. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully he can hook it up and has the right wiring harness for the job. All right, it's coming up here soon. Let's see. Should be right on the left up here. Looks like the big pole building over there. Now we're getting close. It's right here. I think it's right here. Okay. All right, just got done. Dwayne was awesome to work with. He let me sit and watch him install it. He's just a one-man shop, and he did a really good job. I guess the truck already had a spot for it to hook up, and the harness was pretty much already done for it, so the hookup was already there. But yeah, we got it's called Voyager, and the job was 210 bucks, so it wasn't too bad. I think it was only a 20-minute job, but he priced the controller at like 188 bucks or something like that. So I think he only charged me like $25 to install it, which is really, really cheap. So highly recommend Dwayne from Blue Knight Truck and Trailer in Alpaca. He's got a 5-star review, so you know he's good when he has a 5-star review. All the reviews are really, really good. So go check him out. He gets you in pretty quick. He said he tries to do one big job a day, but he'll squeeze some smaller ones in there. So if you guys have any problems with your truck or trailer, send it to Blue Knight Truck and Trailer in Alpaca. Dwayne will take care of you pretty good. And he only charges 80 bucks an hour. Alright, so we've got the trailer hooked up now. You can see the lights on right here. You want that to be yellow. You want pointing up and down at 12 o'clock position. See the notch right here? You want that up and down perfectly. So this is angled, you want that perfectly up and down. And that's kind of the baseline for that. And this knob controls the braking power. If it's red, it means the braking power is more. If it's lighter color, it means it's less. And what we're gonna do is go about 40 miles an hour, then come to a stop. And if the trailer is like kind of pulling you away, then we're gonna adjust this down a little bit. If it's not braking enough, we turn it up a little bit. Clockwise is up, and then counterclockwise is less braking. So that's kind of how that works. This knob, you really don't have to mess with it all. You can just leave that knob the same. That's what the mechanic said. This knob is just basically, he said you can leave that the same too, but some people like brakes for different situations. So yeah, we're just gonna keep it at that for now, and we'll test her out. But we got the trailer hooked up. Let's go and get a big load from the storage unit. All right, made it to the storage unit here. Trailer survived the trip. Let's see what we got in here. Got all the oil, these flower things, Chuck's dirt bike, my dirt bike, the Kawasaki Ninja, YSR 50, and then the moped, some ramps. We gotta get this all onto the trailer here. Should all fit easily. Then we gotta stop at my parents' house and load that up too. So let's get these ramps out of here. I think we'll get the Ninja on first. Get that loaded up. Alright, 2 bikes on, another one to go. We have a lot more room. Alright, well, pretty much emptied out. Leaving the bike here for Chuck. That's his CR125 here from 1999. You guys haven't seen that thing in a while. And then we're leaving the ramps. I think Chuck maybe will get some use out of those ramps. Leave one for his dirt bike. And I think he's gonna sell this. And then the tires, I don't know, one's for Charlie's old truck, one's for a 3-wheeler, one's for a RD350. So pretty much cleared out. My dad's gonna move his boat in here, so that's why we're clearing it out. And I'm moving into a different storage unit, closer to home for me. So everything's strapped down. Still a lot of room left. All right, picked up another bike at the parents' house. It's starting to rain. The old RD Cafe. You guys haven't seen this bike in a while either. We gotta finish this up on the channel at some point. But so now this trailer's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bikes. We're about half full. So this thing can probably fit about 10 bikes in here. Pretty good. Holding up pretty good. Trailer ride super smooth. Nothing wiggled loose or anything. So pretty happy with it so far. These railings were a lifesaver. I don't know what I would have done without those, because the tires butt up to the railing, then you can strap them down. So everything's working pretty good. Alright, just made it home. Look at that sky. Vinny's in there with Jade. There they are. House, and the trailer was working great. Not a single issue with that thing, except for the fact that the guy that sold it to me forgot to put lock washers on the actual fence around it. So he custom made that fence, and one of the bolts came loose on the way home, and the back gate was kind of coming off. So I quick fixed that, but that was really the only issue. That thing is super smooth on the road, so I had 0 issues on the road. The truck pulled it like it was nothing, so everything was working out great. The brakes work on the trailer awesome. So the guy that installed them did a great job, and everything was good. So we'll be using that trailer in the future for a lot of new projects, a lot of new toys. We're gonna start getting into cars, UTVs, bigger ATVs, stuff like that. And with that trailer, we're able to pick up pretty much anything. So that'll be really nice. I kind of wish I would have gotten the 18-footer instead of the 16-footer, but it is what it is. I can always sell it and get a different one. So we'll use that one for the time being, but it's just nice to have a bigger trailer. But yeah, here's this bike. This is a 1975 Yamaha RD350. Thing's been sitting in my parents' garage for a pretty long time. I've owned this bike probably gotta be going on like 10 years now. This is my first bike, first road bike ever. My grandpa dropped it off. He paid $100 for it. And this is the bike that got me into riding and stuff, actually. So he dropped this thing off. It was all rusted. It was originally orange at the time, but the tank was all dented. The seat was all ripped and junk. So I decided to cafe race it out, and I cut the frame in places, and this was really my first project bike. Got some DG pipes on it. But yeah, this thing is pretty cool looking, isn't it? Custom made the seat out of fiberglass. So I cut the foam and then put fiberglass over it and dug out the foam. So it's all hollow in the back. I was gonna put the battery back there. I finished the tank. Looks really nice. No more dents in the tank. Original gauges are on it. 13,600 miles is all. I polished the cases on the engine. These were originally black. I got rear sets for them. These are custom made by Joe Spooner. Those are all working. Custom rear sets, looking pretty sweet. So really, it's just missing the pod filters, and I think that's pretty much it. This thing might need a rebuild. It's been sitting for a long time. But I figured today we'll kind of go through it and just see if it'll fire up for the first time in a couple of years. I want to get this thing road ready. I do have a title for it. So this thing will be sweet on the road. I've got the cafe bars on it. And then I made a custom mount to lower the speedo and tack right here. So it's looking pretty good. I like the look of it, all black like that. But yeah, let's dig into it a little bit and see if we can get this thing to fire up. All right, first thing I want to check is that it has gas in here. It just rained on it, so hopefully it doesn't look like there was anything in there. Either it was leaking out or there wasn't anything in there. Let's check with the flashlight. Doesn't look like there's anything in there at all. Oh, just some oil. Pretty clean in there though. Not too bad. So we'll get some fresh gas in there. May as well check the oil while we're at it. I don't remember the last time I did an oil change on this. Probably wasn't that long ago. Perfectly clear. So I'm guessing I recently did an oil change. Just can't remember. I think I even got a brand new battery for it at one point. I don't think, oh, it was left on, so that sucks. Battery's dead for sure. Doesn't look like this thing's working. I don't know if I have a key for that or not. That's why I don't have that locked. Brakes work. Front brake is working. Rear brake. Oh yeah. Cool. Everything looks like it works. So everything's good so far. Let's quick check compression on this. I've always wondered. I don't think I've ever had a compression tester to test it. So I think if we're over 120 on these, we're gonna be good. Because Yamaha Banshees, I think stock were 120 PSI each cylinder. And this is basically a Banshee engine in here, so it'll be interesting to see what we have for compression. Hopefully the rings aren't stuck or anything. Should probably lube up the cylinders before I kick it over. Feels good, feels like really good compression. All right, let's see what we got. Gotta check for spark too. I'm guessing these aren't the right plugs for it. If I remember correctly, I took out the plugs at one point and swapped them over into a different bike. So we'll see. Ooh, iridium plug. Maybe I bought some. It looks like it's running great. Look at that, nice and brown. See if we've got spark here. And we gotta check for compression. Other cylinder here. See what this plug looks like here. Yeah, both iridium plugs, so I must have changed them out. Should be interesting to see what this one looks like. I know I think before we had problems with it running on only one cylinder. Oh, that looks like it was nice and chocolatey brown. That was running okay. So hopefully both cylinders have compression. Let's start with the right side first. All right, let's get the compression tester in there just to see what we have here. Always been curious to see. Because these might need some new rings. All right, I think it'll stay right here. You guys keep an eye on that. We'll do throttle open. We're hoping for over 100 here. Let's see what happens. Oh, we're at over 120. We're right at 121. About 122, 121. So we're right where we need to be for those. Let's check the other side. Can't remember if it was the head gasket or what. Something was going on with it though. All right, you guys keep an eye on the gauge. We'll do throttle open. Get over a couple times, see what we get. Where are we at? About 120 it looks like. Yeah, right at 120. So right where we need to be. All right, so the C has to come off for the battery to come out. Just bolt it down right here. You can see the design of the seat. We cut out the hole for the battery to go into. So we'll have to get like a different battery for it. All right, here's the battery. Thing looks pretty small, doesn't it? I think that's the wrong size battery for it. Oh, from Batteries Plus. Huh. Let's see if the fuse is still good here. Fuse looks good. So let's get a jumper on this and see if we get some spark to happen. That's negative. Alright, that's on. Neutral light should light up here. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's dim, but it's on. Cool. Turned on. Let's check for spark. Not getting anything. Not getting any spark. That's not good. See if we're getting any spark on the other side. No spark is a bad sign. Huh, nothing. Are we not hitting metal? Is the paint too thick maybe? Alright, looked like our run was too off right there. So the kill switch was on. Duh. Now let's see if we get something. Oh yeah. Great spark. I was like, what the heck? I knew we had spark before at some point. Let's see if this one has any. Hopefully it does. Oh yeah. So both have spark. All right, let's get some gas going to it. I might have to clean out the gas tank. It's looking a little dirty in there. I think there might be some water in there from when it rained on the trailer. So we're just gonna manually add some gas to these, some pre-mix, and we'll see if we can fire this thing up. Might have to squirt a little bit down the carbs. Hopefully no water got down there. All right, I think I know why it wasn't running very well before. I had these really crappy filters on it. Filters like this I ordered off of Amazon, and no fuel was going through them. So I think those were clogged. So I took those off and manually put gas down the carburetors, and they filled right up. They aren't leaking, so let's see if she fires up here. First time in a couple of years. Let's see what happens. Choke it. Fired up. It's cold. Ran out of gas. That sounds awesome. I forgot how good this thing sounded. Oh man, this is gonna be fun. All right, so definitely sounds good. Let's fill her back up and see if she idles nicely for a while. So it looks like the right carburetor isn't using any fuel, so I wonder if it's not running on the right side carb. Let's see here. Start her back up. That thing is insane. Yeah, running good. Running on both carbs. That sounds so good. I think the main jets might be a little bit too big. The thing is sucking up fuel. But it idles nicely on both cylinders, so let's just check and make sure both pipes are hot here. Yep. Yeah, both pipes are hot. So she's running on both cylinders. I think what happened was those filters were just clogging up the carburetors and not letting fuel through, because it's never ran this good before. So yeah, I think that was our problem. So we've got a lot more work to do on this thing. We've got to find a seat cover yet for it. Gonna custom make one of those. Gotta clean out the gas tank, get the key for the gas tank made up. Clean that gas tank out. Get some new fuel lines on it. Mount these pipes a little bit better. You can see they're wobbly right now. Get some pod filters for it. I do want to hide the battery back in the seat, so we'll have to do that as well. But yeah, she's coming along. Almost there. So yeah, I thought I'd just quick do a video on this bike since you guys haven't seen it in a while. And she still runs after a couple of years of not seeing it. So we're gonna try to finish this thing up, and then we'll eventually take this thing on a long ride in the road, see if she can handle it. This thing has points, so she's a little unreliable, but when she runs good. And this thing sounds mean. And it's really cool looking with the cafe look, I think. These bikes look super cool cafe'd out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video on the new trailer. Stay tuned for all the stuff we're gonna pick up in that thing. The soybeans are still not out, but as soon as those are out, I'm buying a skid loader and we're gonna try making a track. And then I've gotta build some storage on the land. So maybe like a small pole building I wanna build myself. So that's coming up just for storage. Stay tuned, guys. Lots more to come. It should be exciting. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. And until next time, we are out.